friends! Welcome back to science. This is our artsy science or sciencey art unit. I'm so excited that you're with us today. My name is Dr. Erica and I can't wait to explore science. Today we have my sidekick Georgia with us. She loves doing art, so I thought she would have a lot of fun during this unit. Today we are making some decoupage glue at home, and the way this works is we are going to mix some flour with just some water, and we are going to make glue that we can put around strips of newspaper around a balloon, and it can make something. You can pop the balloon later and you'll still have that sort of skeletal structure, which is really fun. And the science behind it is that the flour is actually this molecule that when we hydrate it, it can get bigger, and then we can also cook it and it gets stretchy and sticky, and that's how it makes the glue. And this is a really great way to make the glue. So there's a couple of different options on what you want to do first. We have strips we're going to cut from newspaper. We have a balloon that we're going to need to blow up and tie to however big we want. And then we are going to also, of course, make the glue. All right, so to make the glue, we're going to make our glue first. What you want to do is you're going to take about 1/4 cup. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just have a 1 cup measuring with us right now. But you're going to take about 1/4 of it and you're going to put it in your bowl. You want to do that for me, Georgia? Or you want me to do that? All right. Okay, that's plenty.
Not much.
Maybe a little less here. We'll just sort of, there, that's probably good. Beautiful. And then we're going to add a cup of cold water. And we do the cold water because the flour won't cook in the cold water, so it won't sort of pop open. Do you want to fill up one of these with the cold?
Isn't it?
No, this is regular water. And so that will help us sort of get everything mixed up happily. And then we can add our hot water, which will sort of really make it truly, truly sticky, but it won't make it clumpy. So we're gonna have Georgia do some whisking for me. And you're just gonna make a nice smooth paste of flour right there. If you wanted to, you could have added extra flour and just stopped right there. But we are going to actually cook it so it's a little bit stronger. And to do that, you're gonna add 4 cups of boiling water.
It kind of looks like milk.
It does, it kind of looks like milk. And because it's sort of already all inside the water, we don't have those flour clumps that you might expect. There's 2 incoming.
Hot water.
It's hot, yeah, it's nice and steamy.
I'm like, move away.
3 and 4. There we go. And you're just gonna mix that up. And that is the making glue part. So now we have absorbed, the flour's absorbing that water. It's gonna make it nice and sticky so that when it dries out, it's gonna be sort of like spread out over our newspaper stuff. And now what we gotta do, after we've stirred that up, we need to blow up our balloon and cut some strips of paper. Would you like to blow up or cut strips? She's gonna blow up the balloon for us. Georgia's got some strong lungs. And while she does that, I will cut some paper strips.
Could we buy that?
We're not gonna get anything right now. This is our fun, fabulous circular. Any sort of newspaper will work. I like newspaper because it's sort of flimsier than regular paper. So it's not as stiff. It'll be easier for it to mold to whatever we're doing and making.
It also has all this stuff on it.
And notice that it doesn't really matter if the strips are all the same size. They can be a little wavy, they can be a little thicker. That part's not all that important, because in the end, after you've made your fun little decoupage piece, what you can do is you can paint it and you can make it into whatever you want.
These are a little different. See?
All right. Now this is not a thick paste. It's almost very watery, milky looking, and it could even like spill out pretty easily. So it's not like thick like glue right now. It's nice and hot. It will thicken as our water cools down. But I'm even gonna take this extra flour right here that we have on the table. I'm just gonna pop it in there. And I'll just sprinkle it in to make a little bit extra and also just to clean up. All right, is that good for you, Georgia? Oh, we don't want it too big. I don't want it to pop. Georgia loves to make huge balloons, but sometimes they pop. So we should stop pretty soon, honey. All right.
$100?
Oh.
Sure.
You ready? It's coming. It's coming. There it is.
There you go. I want it big.
All right, I know she loves big balloons, but we are going to cover this. All right, here we go. Just like that. All right, so we got our balloon. It's all ready. And what we're going to do is we are going to, here, you hold the balloon for a second. We're going to dip our paper in here. Now, it's still a little hot for me, so I'm going to do this part. You don't want it to be so much stuff, so you could even just sort of do it like that, and then you're just going to place it on the balloon. And you can pat it down.
Can I place one on too?
Yeah. So I'll dip them for you, Georgia, and I'll let you place them on because it's still a little hot. Now, you don't want to let it cool all the way down before you start putting them on because then your glue will have lost a lot of its strength. So here, you put this one on.
I need to put it.
It's a really long strip, which kind of makes it really fun. You're going to want to crisscross them so that you have multiple layers that will give it also a lot of strength. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oops, it ripped, but that's okay. And we're just going to keep doing this a whole bunch.
Is that bad that it worked?
Nope, not bad at all. Just made it a little piece shorter. All right, so then we're just going to keep going. Here, Georgia. You got to add a whole bunch of these on as we go. In fact, I might just dump a whole big stack of them. And then we'll just pull them out one at a time, maybe. We'll have these guys go over the edge. You just slap them on any which way you want. Okay, the more the merrier. And you're just gonna sort of press them all down so they go together. And you can imagine all sorts of different things. Now, if you want the structure to come out at the end, balloons are like the go-to winners for this type of project because you can pop the balloon and it will hold its structure. But you could, of course, do this over anything that you would like to do it over. So there's all sorts of different shapes. You could do a bowl. If you want to do a bowl, what you would do is I would cover the bowl in saran wrap, and then when it's all covered, cover the saran wrap with the newspaper so it doesn't actually stick to the bowl. Which would be a good way. Oh my gosh, Georgia has such a long piece. I'm struggling to get these guys undone right now.
I'm just putting them wherever.
Yes, and that is the way that we want to do it. Any which way. The more chaotic or unordered that these things are, the stronger it will actually be. Get all those interlocking crisscrosses, and that helps it. So that's really what you want. You really don't want to go all in one direction, because if you miss a spot, then you might have a little more trouble.
What do you mean?
Like, maybe some pieces aren't together, you didn't overlap anything. So then when it dries, you have these spots that aren't as strong. You really want to go all different directions. And you can imagine how fun. If you wanted, you could maybe dye the glue, but to be honest, you really want to paint this at the end.
What do you mean?
So dyeing the glue, like at the end, we'll pop the balloon and we can paint it whatever we want it to be. Could be a human face. You could do a big balloon and a little balloon to make like a little bunny or a bear.
Next time, could we next time?
No. All right, so we have covered our balloon. We have checked for little spots as much as we can. And we have a couple of layers on here. They're all crisscrossed. We had lots of fun doing it, right? Now we need to wait for it to dry. And when it's dry, then you can pop your balloon, you can paint it. You could do a couple of these and glue them together to make like little animals. Like I could see this being a cute little hedgehog maybe, where this is the nose, and you could like think of something you could glue on for little quills. You have this fun little art project as well.
I'm gonna do that.
We're a big hedgehog family. Alright, so this is our decoupage art project. It's been so much fun doing some art and learning a little bit about how flour can make the glue that can create this. And we will see you all throughout our Artsy Science or Sciencey Art unit as we create some other fun things with colors and extract dyes from leaves and all those sorts of good things. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you check us out at patreon.com/rosieresearch. You can like us on Facebook and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Great, have an awesome afternoon and we will see you soon. Bye friends.